Happy Wednesday. It's the end of the month. Yeah, March is almost a done deal. 31st day of March, 2021. I'm Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for starting your day with us. Got a good show for you today. I'm actually going to follow through on that promise and bring you a good show today. It's going to be another beautiful day today, considerably warmer. We only hit 55 yesterday, a couple of degrees below normal and a couple of degrees below what the National Weather Service was predicting, but we have a flat upper ridge, which is already beginning to move into the area, and that's going to give us some very nice, warm, pleasant temperatures as we say goodbye to March and welcome April, which comes tomorrow. Wow, just like that. So we'll have your weather forecast. We'll have your past report, nothing to worry about. This will be our last morning of past report regular updates, unless conditions warranted. We won't be doing past reports starting tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be much of an issue there. We got news, we got sports, highlights of last night's Wenatchee Cashmere soccer match. Of course, Gonzaga, no real problems at all. They move right on into the Final Four. Good for the Bulldogs. For Haley Van Lith and the Louisville Cardinals, it looked pretty good early, and then Stanford just kind of forced their will upon Louisville and dispatched the Cardinals without too much trouble in the second half. We'll talk about that, but for Haley Van Lith, their season has come to an end. And we have everything else that you need to get your day going. And in the back half of the hour, during their interview segment, Pat Quinn-Williams is back. She's the local coordinator for the Walk to End MS, the Walk to End Multiple Sclerosis. They had to do it in a modified format last year. They're going to have to do it in a modified format this year, but Pat will let you know on how you can get involved and raise money to eradicate multiple sclerosis. That'll be in the back half of the program. All right, 34 degrees, clear skies. It was still a little cool. Let's take our tour around the valley. We almost set a record, by the way, yesterday. Not with our high. We only got to 55 degrees, but our low on Tuesday was 29, and the record low for March 30th was 28. So we almost got there. It was chilly, but going to be very nice today. Can't wait to show you that forecast. Sun is up. Sun came up at 6:41 this morning. Sunset tonight 7:30. That's 12 hours and 49 minutes. Excuse me, of daylight coming our way today. A beautiful view from our cross camera. Ironically enough, on Holy Week, kind of fits that. Kind of works right in there, doesn't it? All right, where are we off to, Megan? Let's find out together. Oh, we're going to go visit our friends in Kashmir. I believe that's the Apple Andes camera. We call it that. Because we have to call it something. It's on the ridge high above the Apple Andes Antique Mall in Kashmir. Here's an interesting question. With the upcoming closure of Applets and Cotlets, are they going to change the name of Applets Way and Cotlets Way? Just curious. Since the business isn't going to be around anymore, I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Good morning, Kashmir. Always a pleasure to see you folks. Camera number 3. Where are we off to? Ooh, it's the Rondo Rock camera. Look at the moon in the upper right-hand corner. We've had a beautiful full moon for about the last 3 days. Mission Ridge way off in the distance. Of course, they're going to have extended skiing this year because of the abundant snowpack and the fact that you can get all the way to the top of the mountain now with Chair 2 open. It took a little while, but they got it up and running. So good morning to our friends in Rondo Rock and Lake Antioch, dominating your view there in camera number 4. Ooh, wow. That is a really cool shot from our Billy Goat camera. Billy Goat Ridge is high above the Alta Lake recreational area, the golf course, the park, and the various residents who live in the Alta Lake area. You can't quite make it out, but they're there. You can see Pateris at the bottom of your screen. Right in the middle of your screen is Brewster. Sun coming up. Gorgeous view there, and I think that's a spider web. I'm not too sure what that is, or maybe it's just the reflection of the sun. Gorgeous view. A few high clouds up there in the Okanagan area. Outside of that, we're looking good. Good stuff. Yeah, I like that. That Billy Goat camera, I just can't get enough of that. What do you say we just throw up those cameras for the rest of the show and I can go take a nap? From the National, yeah, Megan, I was joking, Megan. From the National Weather Service, here's your forecast. The more I think about it, the more I like that idea. Again, no problems at all. Oh, look at that. Nicely. That's cool, Megan. I like that little graphic for Easter Sunday. That's neat. So yeah, we have that upper ridge. It's over the region. That means clear skies. Temperatures bumping up above normal. Our normal high for this time of the year is 59. We'll be at 62, they tell us. We're going to do it again on Thursday. Very warm, 67 for our high today. So we're going to be about 10 degrees above normal on Thursday. A little breezy, however, on Thursday afternoon and Thursday night. As the day progresses, the wind will be picking up. Right around sunset, the wind is really going to get going. We could see gusts as high as 25 miles an hour on Thursday night as the system passes through. But it's a dry system. It's a cooler system, so you can see we're going to go down to about 64 on Friday. Saturday, just a couple of passing clouds and a high of 66. Easter Sunday looks beautiful. Sunshine and 64 degrees. And Monday and Tuesday, lots of sunshine for the most part. We'll see a few clouds Monday night and Tuesday, probably the cloudiest times, but those will be Monday night, not during the day, is when we'll see a few clouds. That is just gorgeous. And it has been a very quiet period of weather for, almost a month, it seems like. We haven't had anything really dramatic or crazy going on. It's been dry, though. Normally, we get a little bit of rain in the early spring, but we really haven't had that. All right, let's go up to the major mountain passes, and you got no problems at all. That's a live shot of I-90. Roadway is bare and dry. Stevens Pass, roadway bare and dry. No advisories, no restrictions there. Blewett Pass, you're good, you're fine. Go out and get them. And this is going to be it. Yeah, we don't need to do the pass reports anymore unless conditions warrant. If something happens, we're going to go ahead and let you know about that. But as far as doing the pass reports on a regular basis each weekday morning, and we begin that in November, and we wrap them up on the last day of March. So we're pretty much done with that. And there's no significant weather coming to the mountain passes. Maybe a little bit of light snow on Saturday night and Sunday. And that's it. All right, 7 minutes after the hour. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have your Wednesday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
It's March, and Click It RV Moses Lake has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it. Or come to our huge selection, from travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes. The huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee only at Click It RV Moses Lake and ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
36 degrees, lots of sunshine. High of 62 today, upper 60s, 66, 67 on Thursday. Slightly cooler, but still plenty of sunshine for the upcoming Easter weekend. 8 minutes after the hour, your headlines. A passerby was able to alert a family of 3 in time for them to escape a fire at their home. This happened early Tuesday morning here in Wenatchee. Chelan County Fire District 1 Chief Brian Brett said about 12:30 in the morning, a passerby noticed a fire in the attic of the home in the 300 block of Pennsylvania Avenue and pounded on the door to alert the occupants. The family's 2 dogs also got out safely. The family's has found temporary housing and is being assisted by the Red Cross. Brett says the older home has had several additions over the years, had 7 layers of roofing. That made it a challenge for firefighters, but they were able to put the fire out in about 45 minutes. The cause of the fire under investigation. As Chelan and Douglas counties move into phase 3 of the state's pandemic recovery plan, local public officers are starting to open up. Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz says City Hall will open for public visitors on Monday, April 12th.
Customers will be able to come in, pay the utility bills on the 3rd floor. You'll be able to walk into our public works and pick up a building permit, meet with staff by appointment, so masks will be required. Our city council meeting on April the 22nd will be open to the public. They'll be able to show up, sit in our meetings, and participate, subject to room capacity limitations as the governor has ordered. But we will be as open as one might anticipate someone could be in phase 3 starting on April the 12th.
Mayors of other towns in north central Washington say they're ready to reopen their buildings as well. The mayor of Leavenworth Call Floria says he's going to ask City Council about reconvening in person. The mayor of Kashmir, Jim Fletcher, says we're already open for business, but if you do business in City Hall in Kashmir, you do have to wear a mask. A legal nonprofit wants COVID-19 vaccines made available to everybody in Washington's prisons. Columbia Legal Services filed a class action suit in Thurston County yesterday on behalf of Department of Correction inmates who are more than 8 times more likely to contract coronavirus than the state's general population. All incarcerated people are eligible for vaccinations starting today under Washington's pandemic response plan, but the lawsuit wants the Department of Corrections to go farther, creating a vaccine education and distribution plan for inmates and separating incarcerated people from correctional staff who refuse to be vaccinated. Almost 6,200 Department of Corrections prisoners have contracted the virus since the pandemic began a year ago. 14 inmates have died, and 2 DOC staff members have also died of coronavirus. The People's Choice Award winners were announced on Monday in the virtual STEM showcase. 6 area students from grades kindergarten through 12th selected as winners by the voters. A pair of sisters, one a kindergartner and the other in first grade at the Eastmont Virtual Academy, were among the winners. The STEM showcase, hosted by the Greater Wenatchee Area Technology Alliance and the Apple STEM Network. Here's a sample of the winning projects as chosen by the public.
To continue our project, I went to the local coastal to pick up some mineral oil for the liquid cooling test. After gathering the remaining supplies, I started my air cooling test. For that, I use a script called Stressberry, which benchmarks the CPU temperature.
Hello, my name is Peter, and this is my robot. It's powered by 5 AA batteries on the bottom, as well as a phone battery pack. The motors are just 2 continually rotating servos, so instead of giving them an angle, you give them a speed. The main brain of this robot is a Raspberry Pi, which communicates with an Arduino Uno on the top. I'm using this voltage converter, which takes the power from the 5 AA batteries on the bottom and converts it into 5 volts, which the servos will be happy with.
I made my house out of recycled materials and crafts and a lot of hot glue. I'm going to show you how my zip line works. Woo! Thank you for watching my video.
That's cool. A friendly reminder, the pedestrian bridge that crosses the Columbia River on the Apple Capitol Loop Trail is closed for much of the day today. They're going to do some maintenance. The Chelan County PUD says the closure will be from 8:30 this morning until 2:30 this afternoon. The bridge spanning the Columbia River connects the Loop Trail at Worthern Street in Wenatchee to 9th Street in East Wenatchee. The PUD says, well, obviously there's no detour route, and signs will be up notifying trail users that you can't cross the pipeline bridge. Speaking of crossing things, the state will begin work on Monday on reopening the North Cascades Highway. The Washington State Department of Transportation says it's likely it'll take about 4 to 6 weeks before the scenic highway that connects the Methow and Skagit valleys is open for traffic. They have about 7 feet of snow on some sections of the highway, and the Liberty Bell avalanche chutes are full, and that snow needs to be removed as well. State says snow levels this year on Highway 20 higher than normal. Last year, the pass reopened on May 12th. In 2019, it was reopened on April 18th. The latest reopening date on record was back in 1974. That's when the pass was finally cleared on June 14th. The earliest reopening was April 2nd. That was back in 1998. And in 1977, they didn't have enough snow, and they never even closed the pass. And finally, saying they like big plows and they cannot lie, the Washington State Department of Transportation announced the winning name Monday for its 3rd tow plow, Sir Plows-A-Lot. A reference to Seattle rapper Sir Mix-A-Lot edged out Toby Wan Plow Nobi and Bow Chicka Wow Plow as the winner of the Online voting. Sir Plows-a-Lot joins the Big Leplowski and Plowy McPlow on the towing fleet from the Washington DOT. I will be meeting with our news director at the conclusion of this show. That's what's making headlines at quarter after the hour. We'll have a newscast for you tonight, followed, we hope, by high school volleyball with a preview. Here's Grant Olson.
Thank you and good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, beautiful spring weather on tap for North Central Washington for the next several days. All of the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom has high school soccer results as well as results and reactions to last night's March Madness games that featured both the Gonzaga men and Haley Van Lith and her Louisville Cardinals. That and all the day's news headlines coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope you'll join us then. Dan?
Thank you, Grant. And don't forget, if you got a news tip, we'd love to hear from you. Look at the bottom of your screen, our phone number. That's a direct line to our news desk, and that'll be open up here in just a couple of minutes. You can email us directly, news@ncwlife.com. That works, ncwlife.com. That's our email address. It's also our website, and you can get a hold of us there, or just go to our Facebook page and drop us a note via Facebook Messenger. When we come back, the basketball machine that is the Gonzaga Bulldogs are off to the Final Four for the Louisville Lady Cardinals. It was a long night. Sports is a moment of the way. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
As our students return to learn, the need is great for all positions in the Wenatchee School District. Can you see yourself in these hallways? Or helping support students? Maybe you're an excellent office administrator or educator, or you have a love of sports. The Wenatchee School District is now hiring all levels of positions. You can make the difference in the life of a student and in your own life. Apply now at wenatcheeschools.org.
If you're like me, you're already dreaming about the summer, enjoying it with friends and family in the backyard. Don't get discouraged with the chilly breeze of spring just yet. There is still work to be done, and the warmer temperatures are just around the corner. If you've been thinking about when to get your backyard ready for summer, come on down to Blue Lagoon, now scheduling pool openings. Ask us why we think you should open your pool sooner rather than later. Call today. Scheduling is filling up fast.
We're back at 18 minutes after the hour. The Gonzaga Bulldogs back to the Final Four for the second time in school history. They didn't really have too much issues. They beat USC last night 85-66. Drew Timme and the Gonzaga offense pretty much got to do whatever they wanted to do against the Trojans. Drew Timme had 23 points. Corey Kispert, 18. Jalen Suggs almost had a triple-double. 18 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Coach Mark Few says, hey, we're really going to enjoy the last weekend of the season.
No, hey, look, man, everybody wants to just keep moving this thing forward, but that's just not how we roll, okay? This is a heck of an accomplishment. We're going to take it and savor it for what it is. That doesn't lessen our desire to win the next game or to win 2 more games, but we're smart enough and we're wise enough to know that these are really, really special times, and these are special accomplishments, and they need to be celebrated, and that's how we're approaching it right now. Enjoying the heck out of it.
Gonzaga led by as much as 21 in the first half, and they just really cruised in the second half. They've won 30 games this year, 29 of those by double digits. Coach Mark Few said it was classic Gonzaga basketball, good offense, good defense.
Just an awesome feeling to be able to fight our way back to another Final Four. Guys came out, just played with just tremendous energy and toughness and on both ends of the floor. I really thought we got after them defensively and I haven't seen the stats yet, but fought hopefully to an even battle on the boards against all that great size. But then we played with great pace on the offensive end. The first half, we got all the way through it with just 1 turnover, which I thought was huge. And when we're doing that, that means we're really, really good on that end too. So couldn't be happier for the players, obviously, the staff, the Gonzaga community. Spokane, everything, to just get all the way back here to another Final Four. It's pretty cool.
Jalen Suggs was a two-sport star coming out of high school in Minnesota. He could have played college football. Instead, he chose to play college basketball for Gonzaga, and Jalen Suggs says he's glad he did.
Coming here, I knew that we were going to win. Gonzaga historically, has always won and done a great job at that, and got to the tournament, and it's been a great team in the tournament. So that was one of the main things, but also, again, I always talk about it's the family piece. I didn't want to come be another piece of the puzzle, just so they could use me, for these 6-7 months, get wins, and kind of ship me off to the next part of my journey. So from the day that these guys started recruiting me, they were straight, they were upfront, and they treated me like I was one of their own, honestly, like I was part of their family from day one, and I saw Gino come in, and he told me how much he loved it. I saw how much fun he was having, and how much he grew as a player, after coming here. He was already great, but I think that over the years, the coaching staff has done a great job in developing their guys and getting them better, and that's exactly what they've done with me. So looking back on it, this is the best decision I've ever made. I miss football every day, but I couldn't see myself anywhere but here right now.
Next up for the Zags, the University of California, Los Angeles, Saturday, 5:34, CBS. The Bruins advanced with last night's 51-49 win over Michigan. The other semifinal, Houston and Baylor. They'll tip off at 2:14 Saturday on CBS. Haley Van Lith's freshman season at the Louisville Cardinals came to an end last night in the Elite Eight. They lost to Stanford. The final was 78-63. They built a 12-point lead to halftime, Louisville did. Then they extended that lead to 14 points at the 7:08 mark of the third quarter. And then, Stanford became Stanford. They went on a 17-2 run over the next 4 minutes and 42 seconds. The Cardinal outscored Louisville 30-13 in the final frame to roll to victory. Dana Evans played her last game with Louisville. She scored 24 points in a losing cause. She says she's proud to have played side by side with the women who made up this team.
The effort was never the question with this team. We fought. We did. They came out, they started hitting shots in the second half, and that's what made it harder for us to go on a run. But this was a great team. I had a great senior year. Some things didn't go our way, but I want to thank those girls. I want to thank our staff and everybody that's helped us get to this point, because this wasn't an easy year. I could only imagine coming here as a freshman and having to go through a COVID year. It was different for everyone, but I think we adjusted well. I think we fought hard. We adjusted to a lot of things being changed, and it is what it is.
Evans is the only senior on the Louisville team. They went 26-4 this season. Coach Jeff Walls says last night's disappointment will fuel next season's aspirations.
I've got some pretty devastated players in that locker room right now, but that's a good thing. I mean, if it didn't hurt, I'd be concerned. But it gave us a taste of it. After that ball game, I gathered them all together right there before we left the court and said, "Look down there, look down at that celebration." Because that's where we want to get to. That's where we want to get next year. And it's got to sting. It's got to burn. It's got to piss you off. And, I could see it in their faces. And then it's a matter of getting back in the gym. We're going to take some time off. They need a break. And then it's a matter of getting back in the gym and working on the things you're not good at.
Haley Van Lith played in all 30 games for Louisville this year. She scored 335 points, played 905 minutes, 7 points last night for Haley. In the loss, Stanford will take on South Carolina in the Final Four on Friday. That's 3 o'clock ESPN. The Gamecocks clobbered Texas last night, 62-34. The other semifinal, Arizona and UConn, Friday at 6:30. The Wenatchee Lady Panthers won their 8th straight soccer match last night, overcoming a feisty Cashmere squad 1-0 at Leibofto Field at the Apple Bowl. It was senior night, and Panther senior Yarly Sanchez Blanco tallied the game's only goal in the 57th minute. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen with the call.
There's the corner kick. Oh my goodness, swinging right foot, right at the mouth of the goal, saved away by Cashmere. All right, a quick move that time, good opportunity coming. Into the box. Let's see what the referee says. Referee says no foul. Shot across. Bit of an anticipation. Yerely Sanchez Blanco for the Wenatchee Panthers. What a mistake by the back line. What an unfortunate mistake, I should say, by the back line of Kashmir. And Yerely Sanchez Blanco gives Wenatchee a 1-0 lead. Bit of a chipper there. Stop the shot and a brilliant stop. Wow, what a keeper. Scott. Cleared away by Wenatchee. And there's the whistle that tells us that this goes into the books with a hard-fought victory. Hard-fought indeed for the Wenatchee Panthers over the Kashmir Bulldogs by a score of 1-0.
Other scores from the pitch last night. Let's see. Eastmont beat Cascade 5-1. Wahluke shutting out Manson 6-0. Okanagan over Liberty Bell 6-1. We're hoping to bring you volleyball live tonight here on the NCW Life channel. Eastmont will be celebrating their senior night. They're hosting the Afraid Tigers. Eric Granstrom courtside for the pregame at 6:50. And one other volleyball match tonight. Kashmir will play host to Manson at 7 o'clock. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. One more day till opening day of the baseball season. It's tomorrow, and I cannot wait. All right, the obscure holiday. I got a bunch to choose from. Today is National Prom Day. Today is National Clams on the Half Shell Day. Today is National Bunsen Burner Day. National Tater Day. But no, because we love our crayons. It's National Crayon Day. Believe it or not, nobody really knows who invented the crayon. We know where the word comes from. It's Latin. It's two Latin words, actually, put together. One half means chalk, the other means earth. They put the two together. It's a crayon. The most well-known brand, of course, is Crayola. There are other brands of crayons out there, but Crayola is pretty much the way it is. They've been around since 1902. Crayola has created about 120 different colors. 50 colors have been retired. I don't know why. The colors themselves exist. The smell of crayons is the 18th most recognizable scent for adults in this country. How many crayons a year does Crayola crank out? About 3 billion. That's a lot of crayons. The favorite color? Blue among Americans. Anyway, the 100 billionth Crayola crayon was made by Fred Rogers on an episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood in 1996. Celebrate National Crayon Day today. Boy, to have the big box of crayons when you were in elementary school, the 64, that was a status symbol there. Let me tell you about that. If you had the little one of just 8, you were shunned by your peers. 28 minutes after the hour. Today in history, happy birthday to the Eiffel Tower. It officially opened its doors March 31st, 1889. That's a postcard from the opening day festivities. Certainly one of the half dozen most iconic structures in the planet, Gustav Eiffel's Tower. I got fun facts about the Eiffel Tower. It took about 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days to build. 300 steelworkers did it. They used more than 18,000 individual parts, 2.5 million rivets, and 40 tons of paint. Now, when it was finally completed and opened on this date in 1889, the Eiffel Tower was 985 feet tall. Then they added a broadcast antenna in 1957, and that brings it up to its current height of 1,052 feet. But this measurement isn't static. Cold weather shrinks the tower by about 6 inches. Believe it or not. For the first 41 years of its existence, the Eiffel Tower was the tallest structure in the world until it was surpassed by the Chrysler Building in New York. The first level, there's 3 levels. The first level is 189 feet high off the ground. You got an observation area, a restaurant, a souvenir shop, that kind of deal. At the 379-foot level, there's a second floor that has another observation deck and another restaurant. Then up near the top, but not all the way to the top, 905 feet, you got a champagne bar. You can have a glass of wine, runs you $25. And during the Nazi occupation of Paris, the resistance fighters of France cut the cables to the elevator system. So the officers and soldiers of the Nazis had to climb the stairs to get to the top. Happy birthday to the Eiffel Tower. Happy birthday to daylight saving time. one of the banes of my existence, March 31st, 1918, 103 years ago today, daylight saving time goes into effect in this country for the first time. Yes, sign and mail one of these postcards to your congressman and make it a national law to set the clock 1 hour ahead. No, we don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I never did like it. Happy 72nd birthday to the 45 RPM record. RCA introduced the 45 RPM record on this date in 1949. It had been in development since 1940, and then because of the war, they stopped. The 7-inch record, designed to compete with the long-playing record, introduced by Columbia a year early. So Columbia had the patent on the LP, and RCA got the patent for the 78, and that was for the 45 RPM, and that was the end of the 78 record, which eventually went out of style and is gone altogether. Yeah, go out and buy yourself a 45 RPM record player and the records to play them on. Happy 70th birthday to the Univac. The Univac 1, Remington Rand delivers the Univac 1 to the United States Census Bureau, and there it is, hard at work. Univac 1, about 5,000 vacuum tubes. It weighed 16,686 pounds. That's 7.6 tons, by the way. And it took up 382 square feet of floor space. The Univac 1, humming right along for the U.S. Census Bureau. 70 years ago, it was first delivered. And they're probably still using it. And finally, 53 years ago today, March 31st, 1968, Lyndon Johnson, President of the United States, spoke to the nation on steps to limit the war in Vietnam. It was a television address, and at the conclusion of the speech, he stunned the nation by saying this.
I do not believe that I should devote an hour or a day of my time to any personal partisan causes or to any duties other than the awesome duties of this office, the presidency of your country. Accordingly, I shall not seek and I will not accept the nomination of my party for another term as your president.
Only two people knew that Johnson was going to make that announcement. One was Lady Bird Johnson. He told her. And of course, the guy who operated the teleprompter, he was the one who had to load the speech into the teleprompter. He knew. Nobody else did. That happened on this date, 1968. Let's do some birthdays. I once asked my dad, who's your favorite classical composer? And he said, I got 3 of them. Johann Sebastian Bach. That was my dad. Born in this date in 1685, his musical legacy, yeah, I mean, it's Bach, for crying out loud. Can't go wrong with that. Died in 1750 at the age of 65, but the music lives on. How about Shirley Jones? Oklahoma, Carousel, The Music Man, Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in Elmer Gantry. You think of Shirley Jones as a sweet Polly purebred, as pure as the driven snow. She won her Academy Award playing a prostitute. And of course, the Partridge Family. Come on, get happy. Shirley Jones, 87 years old today. The only recording artist to have a #1 hit as an instrumentalist and as a vocalist, Herb Alpert. This Guy's in Love with You topped the Billboard 100 back in 1968. He sang that, not particularly good. And then his instrumental hit Rise, which hit #1 back in 1979. Herb Alpert, the founder of A&M Records, is 86 years old today. Christopher Walken, I love him. God, he was so good in The Deer Hunter and everything else. Christopher Walken, more cowbell. 78 years old today. And my favorite rap star from South Korea, Bang Young-guk. We don't have a picture of Bang Young-guk, but he's 31 years old today. Happy birthday to my nephew, Stephen. Happy birthday to my niece, Carly J. Gonna take a break. Got a Mike Mignotti opinion, and then Pat Quinn-Williams is back. The Walk to End MS is coming up. She'll give you the details. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
It's the huge grand opening of Click It RV in Moses Lake. Click It RV and the RV manufacturers have joined together to offer huge incentives and savings.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Everything is coming up zero, with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 worries, lifetime warranty, and 0 for a solar panel with any RV purchase. It's a 000 grand opening going on now at Click It RV in Moses Lake. And get into Click It RV for parts, service, new and used during this huge grand opening sale.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
Highlander Grill and Golf Course is known as one of the finest wedding venues in the Wenatchee area. You do not have to be a member to come to Highlander. Highlander Golf Course offers a first-class backdrop for your wedding day. Our friendly professional staff will ensure your wedding and reception is picture perfect, from every moment leading up to the I do's to when the lights go down at the end of your reception. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
I'm Dr. Wayne Latimer. I'm a chiropractic physician. I have postgraduate certifications in both whiplash, trauma, and rehab, as well as sports medicine. The location is great. The light and the visibility, the 17-foot ceilings are fantastic. You can go into a lot of clinics, and it's very clinical. People really like the spa environment, so my whole premise was take a spa environment, add the very serious rehab, and give people an enjoyable way to get better over time.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter real estate agent show you the difference.
Alta Cellars Winery is a family-owned boutique winery featuring structured wines from some of the most sought-after vineyards in Washington. Time-honored winemaking techniques blend with New World style to create reds and whites that are captivating. Located in the original firehouse in downtown Manson, the spacious indoor-outdoor setting provides the perfect backdrop to indulge in a sit-down wine experience. You're invited to come enjoy this firsthand at Alta Cellars, now open in Manson.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, a Christian friend of mine recently posted something on Facebook that said something like this. God made men and women, and nothing that we think, do, or feel is going to change that. Well, I suggest folks who feel that way, they should do a little research into people who are intersex and learn a little bit about these folks who were born with undefined sexual physiology. I'm sorry, it's true. There are. Okay. There are indeed those among us who are not clearly male or female, either physically, chemically, and or emotionally. And maybe it's time that we grasp the biblical concept of compassion and mercy, rather than clinging to the non-biblical idea that we are supposed to judge others who are different from us and whom we don't understand. Or maybe we shouldn't judge those who don't agree with our personal theology. Well, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
With PUD rebates, we'll give you money to upgrade your house and reduce your energy footprint.
The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakessense.org to learn more.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Merry Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in north central Washington since 1998. Merry Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Merry Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Merry Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting. I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Multiple sclerosis sucks. There, I said it. They still don't know what causes multiple sclerosis. However, that being said, the medical community has made some phenomenal advances in the treatment of multiple sclerosis, but the overall idea is simply find out what causes it, develop the pill or whatever it is, and MS is gone, and help that effort. And they've been doing it now, or Pat's been doing it for 25 years. It's coming up again in April, the annual Walk to End MS. Together We Are Stronger. Pat Quinn-Williams is back. How are you, sweetie?
Pretty good. How are you?
I was just telling Pat, I don't know how she does it. She looks better with age, and I look worse. I don't know how that happens, but it's true. Let's get caught up. I haven't seen you for a while. For the uninitiated, Pat's husband, Rich, was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 40 years ago?
Oh, yeah, over 40.
Yeah, a long time ago. He's doing remarkably well. I'll let you take it from there. How is Rich doing? And give us a quick update from your end.
Okay, so Rich is actually doing really well. The last 6 years he's been on the new pill, one of the new pill forms, Aubagio, and we have found from the MRIs they've taken every other year that the progress has pretty much stopped, and so he's been stable. So, you know, they would have had these maybe 40 years ago, he'd still be walking and not be in his wheelchair. But for people that are getting diagnosed now, they can get on one of these. There's several different pill forms, like 3 or 4, and hopefully, you know, their progress will stop and they can live a somewhat normal life.
And it should be pointed out that the wherewithal of getting these pills developed and getting them approved by the FDA, a lot of it had to do with the people going out and raising funds with the Walk to End MS, because that money goes into the coffers, and they're taking that money and they're saying, okay, we have a nest egg now to see what we can do with these things. So, and
that's correct. And we're lucky here in Washington because Seattle does a ton of cutting edge research, and so, you know, money stays here in town, but then the rest of it goes over there to work on getting these pill forms. They had shots. Some people still take a shot. There's other ones that are infusions, and now the pill forms.
And ironically enough, and we spoke about this, for reasons they don't really know, for some reason or another, the Lilac City of Spokane has an inordinate number of high cases of multiple sclerosis, and they don't know why.
No, they're you know, it's kind of picking at straws or something that they're on the north latitude. Denmark, I think, is the #1 endemic place in the world, and we're on the same latitude. There's a lot of Northern European people of that descent, and that seems to be, you know, parts of, you know, what it is. And it's not that they've had families where maybe a mom and a daughter have it, or a dad and a son, or a dad and a daughter, but not everyone. Rich went to high school in Spokane. He had 3 or 4 other people in his class that contracted MS.
That's just strange.
Yes.
I guess is the best way to put it.
And they just they can't figure out, is it, we get more sunlight or not enough sunlight? And because as you go farther south, there's less.
And yet, progress is being made. As you mentioned, Rich has been on this drug for the last 6 years, and he's doing good. And
yes.
So there's always hope.
There's always hope.
But each year there seems to be a little bit more hope.
Right. And it's, I'm not a doctor, but I would, just seeing from him, I would say if you're just, getting diagnosed with MS, get on some, drug regimen, because it's been shown to really help.
Pat has been the local organizer for 25 years.
This is it.
Every year she says she's not doing it anymore, and every year she does it. So we'll see if we're going to see her again in 2022. In this COVID world, last year the Walk to End MS was basically, it was still a fundraiser. You got your teams together, but then you just walked around your neighborhood. Maybe you did a little social media. You took some photos, and that was it, because they couldn't have a bunch of people gather at the park. This year, similar. Pretty much, right?
Yes, only this year, because of now we're in phase 3, I know my team, we're going to meet down at Walla Walla, walk on the trail, be socially distanced, have our, everything. And so I encourage people, if they want to just come out and walk with their team or just walk, you can do your neighborhood, you can do whatever, is fun, but, try to, the world has kind of lifted up a little bit. This time last year, everybody was locked down, and so. It's
also going to be the same date statewide. Normally, they would stagger the dates in April, so the local MS office in Spokane could go from Richland to Yakima to Wenatchee to wherever, but now it's all going to be one date for the entire state of Washington, and that date is?
April 24.
Easy enough.
Yes, and because they were not having the kiddie parade, we're not running into the kiddie parade that day. Because at first they said it, I'm like, oh, wait, we have our kiddie parade. Oh, wait, oh, no, they're not having it that day.
Let's take a little walk down memory lane. Explain the photos that the folks at home are seeing on their screen.
Okay, this is parts of my team. We're known as the Water Divas. We are a bunch of ladies that took water exercise at the Eastmont County Pool, and myself and another gal, Karen Davis, were the teachers of the class. And as you see the statue in the middle, a friend had given me that. That's our Water Diva.
Is that Jar Jar?
I don't know.
Is that Jar Jar? I'm not a Star Wars guy. It looks like the Star Wars character.
I don't know. It's just it's
kind of cool.
It's a frog sitting on the world, just about. So we decided that was our Water Diva, and we were lucky enough to be one of the top 3 team fundraisers, and so they hand out a tent for that, and one of the gals on the team, her son-in-law painted that picture back there. It's on a piece of canvas, and it's our Water Diva.
That looks like a lot of people having a really good time.
It is, and it's a lot of fun, and I encourage you, hopefully next year we're going to be back to the regular fundraiser down at Walla Walla, and we try to make it fun. I've had a friend of mine come and play music over the years. So.
Our friend Betsy, who runs the regional Spokane office, they have regional offices all over the United States who are involved in this. Basically, they're the head organizers. Make sure you have everything you need to pull off the walk. She sent me a 90-second public service announcement about the walk. Can we air that?
Yes.
All right. So, Pat, I'm going to ask you to use the monitor here in the studio. Okay. For you folks at home, please use your televisions. Here it is.
People join Walk MS to raise awareness and funds that change the world for everyone affected by multiple sclerosis. MS attacks the brain and spinal cord. It's the most common neurological disease leading to disability in young adults. Walk MS brings communities together, creating teams with friends, loved ones, and coworkers to rally around those we care about and end MS forever. Join us. Together we are stronger. We don't know what causes MS, and we haven't yet discovered a cure, but we are getting closer. The funds raised at Walk MS are making a difference. Walk MS brings communities together, connecting people living with MS and those who care about them. Together with our family, friends, and communities, we're making a difference. Walk MS fundraising accelerates research breakthroughs and life-changing breakthroughs. It will take all of our passion, determination, and fundraising to end MS forever. Together, we can change the world for people with MS. Join us. Register today, start a team, and raise funds at walkms.org.
Pat pointed something out while we were playing that video. You saw that was from the national MS folks. There are people in that video who are suffering from multiple sclerosis who are not in wheelchairs.
Mhm.
You know, most people associate it, you know, you see people in wheelchairs, and that's not necessarily the case. So
No, and it's depends on what type you have. Relapsing, remitting, there's secondary progressive, primary progressive, and most of the people now, I mean, we kind of look at people and Rich goes, oh gosh, they've only been diagnosed for 5 years, you know, and as his doctor said, the medicines, he started in '92 taking shots, and he said, you're about 10 years too late. But since then, people have been able to get on there. I know several people that have MS that they walk down the street, you would never know anything was ever wrong with them. And so sometimes we call it like a silent disease because it's not like cancer where someone doesn't have their hair, so everyone knows. And, you know, on a hot day, you see somebody get out of a car and you're going, well, gee, what's wrong with them? Why are they in the handicap spot? Well, heat really knocks somebody down, and that person may have MS.
And yet you've had 6 years of pretty good days, haven't you?
That's for sure, yeah.
You know, what's that like from a morale standpoint, from inside Pat Quinn-Williams, knowing that Rich has gone through 6 years of doing good because of these drugs, and because it can kick you in the butt. But
it's just like, you know, we know on the hot days, get the work done early, get back in the house. And, you know, Rich has kind of chosen to be in a wheelchair. He works out at Rocky Ridge Dam. It's a quarter mile from one end of the powerhouse to the other, and it was just too much for him to do. But he does stuff. He walks in the exoskeleton once a week at the hospital. He's taking horseback riding lessons at the Alta. And so it's building up stuff. We've not shied away from taking trips. We went to Ireland. We were supposed to go to Scotland and London last year, and it takes a little more planning sometimes, but you can work around what's wrong. But to me, the idea is don't give up, you know, and really try these things and see what you can do. And I've read somewhere else too, it takes a little more effort, but you can get it done.
Good. It's so good to hear that Rich is doing well. Let's get these people signed up. Let's get them involved. Let's get some teams formed. I'll let you drive the bus for a little while, Pat. Go get them.
All right, you can sign up at walkms.org, or you can call 1-800-344-4867, and they should route you over to Betsy. Talk to her if you have any problems. The website they've made is much easier to get around.
Yes, it is.
You can sign up. You can find a team to sign up with if you'd like, and join somebody. Of course, you know, they'll take your donation. But we'd like, you know, people to, you know, come out and show that they care about this, because it seems like everyone I talk to, they've got an aunt or a cousin or a friend who has a friend, and it's more prevalent in this area than you would realize.
You can't do this without sponsors. You want to throw some sponsor people out, or do you have that handy? If you don't, that's okay.
I have kind of the big ones. I don't know if I'm sure Confluence has donated again this year.
They do all year, yeah.
And if I've forgotten some people, I'm sorry, because they're not really saying who's doing it. But one sponsor I know we're going to lose is Applets and Cotlets.
Oh, yeah.
And we're real sad because the people in Spokane were like, no, we love Applets and Cotlets. So we understand, but we're going to really miss you. We've missed Crunch Pack for the last couple of years. They've been great at donating. And so has, what's the juice place?
The place with the juice.
Yes.
They know who they are.
Yes.
They
sorry,
know who they are.
I have a blank. And so, you know, and Abby's Pizza's been with us since the from the day one,
Yep.
and we so appreciate what they've done for us. And so, and Weinstein Beverage, and so.
Well, hopefully things will get back to normal on the Walk to End MS next year. It'll be the big organization.
We're hoping, yeah.
And Abby's will have their pizza, and it'll be a big party with the live music and everything. But we're going to do what we can do now in the world that we're in.
And we're trying to get people to just sign up and help out whatever they can.
And again, if you have any questions at all, first of all, you can get a hold of me. But the website one more time to get signed up.
walkms.org.
And it is on April 24th, and that is for everybody. And again, get your team together if you want to go down and see Pat and the crew. I know Pat's team is going to be down at Riverfront Park.
Right.
But there are other people who are participating in the walk who are kind of going to be down there too. So it may be sort of an impromptu thing.
Get together, wear your matching shirts or do something, but let's hope for a really nice day. That would make a big difference.
Can I have you on one more time as we get closer to the big day?
Okay, walk. Yes, you can.
Okay, good. I have permission from Pat Quinn-Williams. She's going to do this.
I'll be back.
She's one of the very few people who've done this show more than once. Most people do this show and they go, I'm never going to sit in a room with that Dan Kuntz again. What was I thinking? So, Pat, we love you for that.
All right.
All right.
I will be back.
Pat Quinn-Williams. Let's get rid of MS. We're making progress.
Let's
go.
Progress. Yes.
Let's do it.
We can do it with all your help.
Let's do it. Pat, I'll see you a couple weeks, all right?
Okay.
Okay, we're going to make it a date. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue.
Currently, Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is open for dine-in and take-out. Owner Justin Hefner and his staff are just as excited as you to get back to their regularly scheduled full menu, music, and poker, so stay tuned. Meanwhile, Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is serving a limited menu for lunch and dinner, dine-in or take-out.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
For almost 30 years, Link has been providing transit service to Chelan and Douglas counties. Now Link wants your input to make your transit system even better. Our region is growing in leaps and bounds, and public transit needs to improve to keep pace with this growth. We want to make public transit more efficient, more accessible, and more convenient for the people we serve, but we can't build a better system without you. So please make your voice heard and tell us how transit service can be designed to best serve you by taking our survey at www.movinglinkforward.com. Link Transit, your way to go.
Contractors, furniture makers, and weekend do-it-yourselfers around north central Washington will tell you that Lombard's Hardwood Supply is the place to get what you need. Lombard's full millwork shop can handle jobs large or small. Lombard's has a full line of interior and exterior doors available, as well as custom barn doors. From alderwood to zebrawood and everything in between, it's Lombard's Hardwood Supply on School Street in Sunny Slope. Like us on Facebook and check out our monthly special.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
All right, what do you say we wrap up this final show of March 2021 with a weather forecast I think you're going to like. Bountiful sunshine today, considerably warmer. We hit 55 on Tuesday, 62 today, as a flat upper ridge moves over the area, and that warms us up. Very nice indeed. 67 are a high on Thursday. Thursday night, a little on the breezy side as a weak cold front slides through, so look out for some wind tomorrow night. Friday, just slightly cooler because of the cold air that's coming in. Well, cooler air anyway. These temperatures that you see are all above normal. Easter Sunday looks good with a high of 64. Just a couple of passing clouds on Saturday, and that's really about it. So bountiful sunshine. High pressure is a nice thing. Because, it keeps all the other bad weather out of here, and that's exactly what we got. Outside, some gusty winds for the Wenatchee Valley and the Waterville Plateau late on Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. That's really all there is to it. Passes are fine, no advisories, no restrictions, no snow in the forecast. I like that until about the weekend. So That's it for us. Have yourself a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.